What if the Founding Fathers, the architects of American democracy, suddenly found themselves in the modern world? Imagine George Washington walking down the bustling streets of New York City, or Thomas Jefferson navigating the complexities of modern technology. Would they be able to comprehend the advancements and changes that have taken place over the centuries? Would they recognize the nation they built? The skyscrapers, the digital age, the diverse population? It's a far cry from the 13 colonies they once knew. These men, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and Alexander Hamilton, were pivotal in shaping the early American government. Their vision and leadership were instrumental in the birth of a new nation. They laid the foundation of a new nation with their philosophies of liberty, democracy, and federalism. Their debates and decisions during the Constitutional Convention set the stage for the United States as we know it today. Their contributions, from the Declaration of Independence to the Constitution and the Federalist Papers, were monumental. These documents not only established the framework of the government, but also enshrined the values and principles that continue to guide the nation. Or would they be horrified by what it's become? The political divisions, the social issues, the challenges of the modern era. Would they see these as betrayals of their original vision? And most importantly, if they ran for office today, could they win? Would their ideals resonate with the modern electorate, or would they be seen as relics of a bygone era? The answers to these questions might surprise us all. In this alternate history scenario, we bring back the Founding Fathers. They arrive in 2024, stepping into a world of social media, 24-hour news cycles, and a deeply divided government. Imagine George Washington's perplexity at a smartphone or Thomas Jefferson typing on a laptop. Picture Alexander Hamilton watching a news broadcast and James Madison scrolling through social media. How would they interact with today's politicians and media? Let's find out. Thomas Jefferson, the champion of individual liberty, would likely be stunned by the power of the federal government. He might say, "I fear for the liberties of our country when I reflect that God is just." Jefferson, who once envisioned a nation of small, self-sufficient farmers, would be taken aback by the sprawling urban centers and the extensive reach of federal agencies. The sheer scale of modern bureaucracy, with its countless regulations and departments, would be almost unimaginable to him. He might ponder how the balance between state and federal power has shifted so dramatically from his time. The complexities of modern governance, with its intricate systems and global responsibilities, would be a far cry from the simpler agrarian society he had hoped to nurture. Alexander Hamilton, a proponent of a strong central authority, might be fascinated by the reach of the US economy. He could remark, "A national debt, if it is not excessive, will be to us a national blessing." Hamilton, who laid the groundwork for America's financial system, would likely marvel at the complexity and scale of today's economy. The global influence of American financial markets, the intricate web of international trade, and the power of modern corporations would be both thrilling and daunting to him. He might be intrigued by the Federal Reserve's role in managing the economy and the sophisticated financial instruments that drive today's markets. The sheer volume of economic data and the speed at which information travels would be a testament to the evolution of the system he helped create. Benjamin Franklin, ever the innovator, would likely be amazed by technological advancements. He might reflect, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." Franklin, who was always at the forefront of scientific discovery, would be astounded by the leaps in technology that have occurred since his time. The internet, smartphones, and social media would be beyond his wildest dreams. He would likely be fascinated by the ways in which technology has transformed communication, education, and daily life. The ability to access vast amounts of information instantly, to connect with people around the world, and to harness the power of modern science would be both exhilarating and overwhelming for him. He might also ponder the ethical implications and responsibilities that come with such powerful tools. George Washington, with his focus on national defense, would be impressed by modern military capabilities. He might caution, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace." Washington, who led the Continental Army to victory, would be in awe of the advanced technology and strategic capabilities of today's military. The precision of modern weaponry, the speed of communication, and the global reach of the US Armed Forces would be beyond anything he could have imagined. He would likely appreciate the emphasis on preparedness and the importance of maintaining a strong defense to deter potential threats. However, he might also reflect on the complexities of international relations in the modern world and the challenges of maintaining peace in an interconnected global community. But all of them would likely be shocked by the intensity of modern political discourse. They might collectively wonder, is this the government we envisioned? The Founding Fathers, who valued reasoned debate and compromise, would be taken aback by the polarization and partisanship that characterize today's political landscape. The 24-hour news cycle, social media, and the constant barrage of information and opinion would be overwhelming. They might be concerned about the erosion of civil discourse and the challenges of finding common ground in such a divided society. The Founding Fathers would likely reflect on their original vision for the Republic and ponder how to navigate the complexities of modern governance while staying true to the principles of liberty, justice, and democracy. Would they see this as democracy in action or democracy in decay? The Founding Fathers envisioned a republic where reasoned debate and compromise were key. Today, we see a different picture. Modern political debates are often filled with interruptions and shouting. According to recent statistics, voter turnout has fluctuated, reflecting varying levels of public engagement. Experts argue that political polarization is at an all-time high. How does this compare to the original vision of our Founding Fathers? Now, let's take this experiment further. What if the Founding Fathers ran for office today? Could they navigate the challenges of social media, campaign finance, and modern political strategies?
Imagine George Washington delivering a campaign speech trying to go viral on social media.
Or Thomas Jefferson debating on live television, facing attack ads and scrutinizing fact-checkers.
How would they handle the immense pressure of fundraising and the influence of super PACs?
The Founding Fathers would face a vastly different political landscape, one that demands a mastery of modern tactics and technologies. The Founding Fathers' ideas were revolutionary in their time, but how would they fare today? Experts suggest that their philosophies might be polarizing. Some political groups might embrace their emphasis on liberty and limited government, while others could find their views outdated. The general public might struggle to see the relevance of 18th century ideas in a 21st century context. Would their policies stand the test of time? Take healthcare, education, and foreign policy, for example. These are areas that have evolved significantly since the 18th century, and the Founding Fathers could not have foreseen the complexities of modern society. The Founding Fathers never envisioned a federal healthcare system. Back then, medical practices were rudimentary, and healthcare was a personal or community responsibility. Would they side with modern conservatives who advocate for smaller government, arguing that healthcare should remain a private matter? Or would they adapt and acknowledge the role of federal oversight in protecting citizens, recognizing the complexities and scale of today's healthcare needs? In education, their focus was on local control and classical learning. Schools were small, community-based, and the curriculum was limited to basic literacy, arithmetic, and classical studies. Would they embrace today's emphasis on technology and federal standards, understanding the need for a more comprehensive and standardized education system to prepare students for a globalized world? Their foreign policy was isolationist, avoiding entangling alliances. They believed in focusing on the new nation's internal development and avoiding European conflicts. How would they navigate today's interconnected world and global challenges? Would they support international cooperation and alliances to address global issues like climate change, terrorism, and economic instability? Would they adapt their views to address these modern issues, or hold steadfast to their original principles? The answers are speculative, but they highlight the ongoing debate about the relevance of historical policies in today's complex world. Let's discuss the major societal changes since the time of the Founding Fathers. The abolition of slavery, marked by the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, the women's suffrage movement culminating in the 19th Amendment in 1920, and the technological advancements that have transformed society. These milestones have significantly impacted modern America, shaping it into a nation that the Founding Fathers might find both astonishing and unrecognizable. If the Founding Fathers faced today's politicians in an election, what would be the outcome? Washington's leadership was marked by integrity and vision. Would that outshine today's media-savvy candidates? Jefferson's vision of limited government was revolutionary. Would it resonate today or be seen as out of touch? The Founding Fathers had strengths in leadership and vision, but modern politicians excel in media strategy and public engagement. Ultimately, the outcome would depend on public perception and the political strategies employed by each side. The Founding Fathers gave us a nation built on principles that have evolved over time. But would they survive the modern political battlefield? Or would their ideas be discarded as relics of the past? Consider this. Are the Founding Fathers' ideas still relevant today? Would their principles hold up in our current political climate? What aspects of their vision should we preserve, and what should we adapt? Share your thoughts and join the debate below. If you love alternate history and thought-provoking what-if scenarios, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. History could have gone in so many directions. Let's explore them together. Your engagement is crucial. Share your thoughts in the comments, suggest future topics, and share our videos with friends. Together we can dive deeper into the endless possibilities of history. Subscribe and check out our suggested videos. Join our community for more insightful content and engaging discussions. Don't miss out on the latest updates and be part of the conversation.